The other man who wanted me to work on his fintech project, the way he spoke was like, oh, I can get someone who can do it cheaper. And I love that. I love that phrase.
Hi everyone, good morning, good day, good afternoon, anyone. So welcome to another episode of NGD Yellow Couch, where design meets real talk. We are bringing your mind here and we are talking about it here. So with me on this show, let me introduce myself first. My name is Chiso Moebulam, and with me on this show is...
I'm Nelson Mojaladoa. I'm a product designer. Thank you.
So last time we talked about women in design, and today we are talking about something very controversial: money. The money talk. Everybody loves money. Everybody wants to talk about. I think only few persons want to talk about it, but everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Yes. So before we go into the main topic of money, tell us about yourself, what you do, how long you've been doing it.
Okay. I would say I'm a multidisciplinary designer. Right. I've been doing this. I think this will be my 13th year. Yeah, in the industry. I've been around for a while. Right. I'm a husband. And
Okay.
I'm a husband, and I'm a founder too. I build product, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Now let's go into the main topic, the main talk, money.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember the first time design paid you?
Yeah, of course I do. That was around 2020. Yeah. Majorly 2020, I would say COVID was a kind of blessing for me then. Yeah. So and then not just that I got paid, it was even through NGD actually. I participated in a challenge, UI UX challenge that year, and I didn't come first. But the person saw my work and was like, oh, this is great. Can you work with me? That was how it just started.
How much did you make?
Then it was around 400 to 500K, yeah.
2020. That was huge.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's talk about the video that went viral.
Yeah, okay.
The one about the guy that said you can't buy a car from graphic design. I saw it and I was like, I went through the comment section and I saw a lot of people talking. No, you can't do this, you can't do that. It has to be through printing and all of that. And I am not a graphic designer, right? Wow. So I wouldn't know if you can or you can't. So let's talk about it.
Oh, well, I saw the video too, right? What I would say is, in any industry that you are in, you need the right information. Right information is what upsells you. So the right audience and the right opportunity. Now, in that video, I kind of noticed, right, that he had done so many things without the appropriate information on how there's a way you learn a skill and you learn the business around the skill, the money aspect around the skill. But in all he was saying, I did not see him talking about he actually learned the money aspect of his skill. I got the shock of my life when I was still coming up. I worked for a brand. I was not even paid, right? And that was when I was trying to build up my portfolio, build up myself and all like that. But when it was time for me to leave, I knew it was actually time for me to leave, right? And it was when I got a gig and the person was not really cool with it. Imagine, you getting ahead in life and someone's just like, oh, this and that. Just like, okay, I feel this is the point at which I need to take my bow and leave, right? So the pain, I see frustration in that guy. Yeah, he's really frustrated, and that is what not having the correct information does to you. You'll be frustrated at the end of it. And there's a mentality that, especially African mentality, that the moment I start something, I need to eat it big really, really fast. Nobody is really willing to pay the price of staying, learning from the right people, from the right source and all like that. I've seen a couple of people who reach out to me. I want to learn design. I want to learn product design. I want to do this. I want to do that. And after a while, like a week or two, the next thing they are asking me is, how can I get clients? This has been, how can I get gigs? I'll be like, you've not even spent quality time upskilling yourself. And the very first thing that you are worried about is how you want to make money. What value do you want to give? What is the level of your value right now that you want to start earning money? The money mentality to Nigerian, especially, because at least this is where I am right now, is it has to be fast. And they do not want to, especially upcoming designers right now, they are carried away with the figures they are hearing online.
Yeah, it's true.
I just landed a gig of around 10k USD, this and that. Especially, there's a whole lot of noise. I don't want to mention a particular social media. There's a whole lot of noise around that social media, and you need to sit down, look inwardly. First, how do I niche down? What exactly do I want to offer? Without this, you cannot answer the right questions. You cannot give the right value. And at the end of the day, you'll be frustrated. You learn so many things, and at the end of the day, I once learned 3D. I once learned, talk about any aspect of design. I once learned architectural design at some point where I was still playing around with Revit software. But at some point, I had to just sit myself down. I sat myself down. I was like, now, what do you want to do? Where is your strength? And I was able to answer those questions myself. I really fell in love with solving complex problems. And that was when I was like, okay, let me give a try to UI UX design. And that was it.
So how much have you made from UI UX?
A lot.
Give me a figure. I need like the biggest amount you've made so far.
I won't say the biggest, right? I will just stay on the average, ranging from 1K.
$1.
Yeah, 1K.
So you see, there's money in graphic design. So, at what point did you stop seeing design as just a skill and seeing it as something that can actually fund your life?
That's a big question, right? Because I stopped seeing design as just a skill a few years ago when I started building. And I co-founded a product, right? And that was a turning point for me because I was placed on the spot where I make certain decisions, right? And at the end of the day, the product launched and there was a whole lot of compliments around that. Who designed this product? At that particular point, it was not even about the product anymore. It's about my purpose, right? And that was the turning point for me. That, okay, if I can do this, I can do more. So lately, I've been working on several other personal projects, right? And I'm actively building a startup.
Can you tell us the name?
Ivy, yes. Ivy. Yeah.
Ivy. So tell us more about Ivy.
Ivy is more of a social community platform, right? One of the problems I have noticed, especially with Africans, is we really do not invest a whole lot in communities. And community, I would say community has been one of the factors that has brought the best in me, right? NGD, for instance. Without community, your journey might be slow.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is one of the problems that we are trying to solve. Where industry leaders, creators, people who are actively leading in the industry can build their community on the platform, and they can choose to, monetize it if they want to, right? There's an avenue for them to do so. So the major focus of Ivy is to make sure that community thrive.
That's lovely. Was there ever a moment that you felt like the money you were making was not enough, like it didn't make sense at that point?
I always feel like that.
Good? Even now?
I always feel like that. Yeah, everybody wants the higher bag, the bigger bag, right?
Yeah.
And that is where the topic around leaving your comfort zone, right? I left my comfort zone. Starting a company is not, how do I put it? Yeah, it's not easy, right? There are times that you want to go crazy, right? Because there's a whole lot that is placed on you. There's a saying that goes like, heavy is the head that wears the crown. There are times that I just want to sit down and be on my own, because everyone is chasing relevance, influence, power, and all this comes with money, right? Sure. You can have the idea that will turn Africa into a bigger picture, a bigger place, a place comfortable for people to live in, but if there's no money, you can't achieve anything. So I'm actively chasing for the bag, like more.
So I remember this is just me talking about my experience. I remember one time that I was earning a particular amount in an organization, and then I had a colleague, we were doing the same thing, social media. And we were talking one day, she was about to leave, she had gotten a bigger job also and all of that, and she was about to leave, and we were just, I feel like people are more comfortable when they're about to leave to talk about money, especially in an organization.
Yeah.
So she was talking, we were just gisting, daily gist, and all of that. And she told me the amount she was earning. She was earning over times 2 of what I was earning.
Okay.
I think that day I thought about my time, and I was like, oh, that means I can do more, that means I can earn more, right? So if you are a client, if you are somebody that wants to pay for a service, what do you think you are paying for? Are you paying, because most times people pay based on people. For example, if somebody like, I don't want to mention name, but one of the big boys on X come out to say, oh, I want to do this particular thing, a client would most likely pay the person more, even though you know that you have the skill, but a client to pay the person more because of the visibility. So what do you think clients should be paying for? Is it just the visibility of the person, or skill, or I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I've dealt with a lot of clients, and what I can tell you confidently is that value. Now, clients, they size you based on how you carry yourself at times, the confidence you have in yourself. Someone reached out to me, let me use myself as a case study right now. Someone reached out to me, and the very first thing the person said was, I've been watching you for a while now, and I have these products I want you to work on. I want you to work on it. Now, I'm not a popular guy on X. I'm not a popular guy, everywhere, right? But there's something people are looking forward to. They want to see, do you have good execution rates? Can you execute this particular? And they are watching you from afar, right? By what you do, how you carry yourself, especially on the social media space and outside social media space. And I can tell you that most people, or most designers who only chase around, I wouldn't say it's clout, but it's a way that you make too much noise without execution. And let me tell you, clients, people who wants to give you the job, they have networks also, individuals who know each other. Oh, I noticed this guy on X, and I want to give him a job, and I think I'm like, I've worked with this guy before. You better run. That means something has happened, right? And dealing with clients, or what they actually want to see, is whatever you say you want to charge, right? Okay, let's say I want to charge you 5K, right, for a mobile app design. Have you done something that is live already? That's the rate of execution they are trying to look right towards. Not that, oh, I'm a popular guy, I have these X numbers of followers, right? Clients don't care about followers. They just want to know, can you handle the job? Can you deliver? So that will now bring me back home to designers, or let me just say creative, who only want to chase numbers on social media, right? Nobody cares about the numbers of followers you have. Go and look at the big guys who are changing stuff. They don't even have a whole lot of followers. So it goes beyond noise. It brings you down to accurate execution. You made mention of something that you and someone were working in the same organization, same roles, right? Do you believe that it might be that person upsell herself more than you?
I believe 100%.
So that is another point. The way you sell yourself out there. If you believe that this is what I'm worth. Charge what you want. It's really important that you charge what you want. Okay, if you believe that what you worth is $40 per hour, that's what you worth. There are some people charging $500 for an hour. So if you believe this is what I worth and this is what I believe my capacity looks like, charge what you want with your full chest.
Now that charge what you worth is something I want to talk about. You know, when we are saying charge what you worth, charge what you worth, do you know that in Nigeria today, I don't want to use Africa, in Nigeria today, charging what you worth might not put food on your table, right? You might say, oh, you know what, once it's not 5 million naira, I can't work for this person, I can't work. But then you probably don't have, or maybe you are looking to get a job, you don't have any at the moment, but you know that your worth is 5 million. So what you're trying to say is that if my worth is 5 million a month and I see somebody offering me 3 million, I shouldn't take it.
Now, charging what you want. Okay, I love this analogy that you gave right now, that my worth is 5 million and someone is bringing me 3 million naira. Now, the question you should ask yourself is, does it worth my time? If I had this product to my portfolio, does it make any sense to me? What's the end result of this particular project? Right? Now, I'll give you a backstory. Someone reached out to me. I worked with this person on a project before, right? So this person wants to venture into fintech, right? And I listed, my quotes. That's what I do. I send you the quotes of what I'm going to charge, the financial implication, and all my work, how I work, and all like that. I send that to you so that you get to know beforehand, so that you have the information, right? And this man was like, oh, it's too expensive. And you are talking about you want to compete with the likes of Money Point, you want to compete with Opay, with these big guns, and you cannot pay this amount of money, and you expect me to invest myself into it. That is a whole lot of responsibility placed on me, and I cannot perform or put myself in that kind of shoes without rewarding myself also.
Sure.
Now, there's a difference between, don't leave money on the table, and not leaving the money on the table and you enter problem. The money that you refuse to leave on the table, can you solve that problem?
Can you solve the problem?
So that's what you should look into. Whatever you are dealing with, especially high-profile clients, these are people who have legal practitioners, high-profile legal practitioners around them. They are the one who drafted that contract that you're about to sign. If you take that job or that gig and you do not have good backing, execution plus, okay, as a creative, you need to have a legal advisor also, a legal counsel also. Some people, how do I put this? It all falls into the position, how you see yourself. Now, there's this phrase that we use on NGD, 2K designers and all like that. See, you cannot envision yourself in that kind of position having a legal counsel. Will legal counsel charge you 2,000 naira for a job? Of course, no. So, which means we have more surviving creative than people who are actually doing creative job, on the big scale. So to transition from survivor into being with the big boys requires your mindset, right? So you need to have the right mindset. Once you have the right mindset, it pushes you to another level. It may not happen immediately, but a step at a time.
So why do you feel, not just designers, right? Why do you feel like people are uncomfortable talking about money? Do you think it's fear? Do you think it's imposter syndrome? Do you think it's just, I don't want people to know how much I'm charging? Especially the ones that, for this particular one, the last part, it's for people that are probably earning big. Like, if I tell somebody I'm earning 10 million, I think, they'll come and tell me about their problems. So what do you think?
Well, let's deal with it. I feel there's a root to that. And the root to that is we are living in a society that we have more people with beggarly mentality, right? Once they see that you're actually doing fine, they want to take from you, right? That's one. And that is one, is a fundamental, it's a dysfunctional mindset, right? That I just want to fish around people who have more than I have, not because I want to learn to be like them, but I just want to take from them. That's one. Two is the government factor. I cannot announce how much I make on air and not expect government not to come after me to pay my tax. And you've never seen people, billionaires, come on air and tell the world how much exactly. Is always estimated. Even their net worth is always estimated, because the rich knows how to maneuver their ways around the tax system and all like that. That's number two. And number three is there are some informations that are best kept, because you might be addressing a group of small mind. You see, the factor of having a small mind can really break you in so many ways. You are still dealing with a client that is paying you 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira, 4,000, and there is someone that is chilling with the big boys, is getting deals back to back in case, right? And you cannot phantom how this person is doing it. The next thing you'll be like they are doing is they are into fraud. They are doing something beyond design that they are not telling us. They are not. I know people who can pay what I am actually worth, right? And those are my audience. I don't want to focus on people who don't pay what I worth. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't want to leave any money on the table, and the money I refuse to leave on the table is the one choking me up, right? It's better I let that money go than I put myself in. I cherish my mental health very well. I reject some projects actually once I notice, or I have an inch that this is going to be a problem for me, right? It's not that I'm running away from challenges, right? But there are some challenges that don't even worth that stress.
Yes, true. Now, what's your biggest regret in design?
I would say I do not have regret at all. And let me tell you the reason. The reason is my education, the foundation of my education, I studied agri.
Design.
Yeah. I've always been someone who is fascinated about technology right from time. Even there's a name my secondary school colleagues usually call me, Mr. Subscriber. That's what they call me then, because I subscribe to tech informations. I help them configure their phones and all like that.
For free?
I did it for free back then in school. I did it for free actually. So at some point, I already knew I'm going to end up in the tech world, right? I studied agricultural technology at my diploma level. At the higher diploma level, I studied extension management. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped fully into design, it has been a whole turnaround for me. Why? Because I married the knowledge I have as an extension agent into design, which is research. You make research, you want to know users' feedback. That is what that's the bedrock of product. If I launch this product, how will users react? Do they really want it? Right? So I've never had any regrets. I've never.
Not one.
Not one. No, I've never had any regrets. I've never. Because even right when I was in school, okay, some people who are really close to me they know this story, right? My parents gave me my tuition. I went to buy a laptop with my tuition.
Tell us the tea. How did you survive? How did you pay off?
I bought the laptop. That was HP 15, right? That was the thing then. So I bought the laptop, and then 2 weeks to exam, I've not paid my tuition. And this is why I would tell you that I do not have any regrets. Whoever is watching this, don't try it, please. Don't try it at all, please. Now, what happened was 2 weeks to the exam, and you need to pay your tuition before you can write the exam. 2 weeks to that time, I've not paid my tuition. I started becoming agitated, like I'm worried. But guess what? I have been practicing, designing, pushing my work out bit by bit like that, and someone just called me. It's a brother that I know very well. He's not based in Nigeria. Just called me. I was like, I need a logo design. My company needs a logo design. The company I work for here, they need a logo design, and I feel you can handle this. Originally, I'm supposed to handle that in 1 week, but because I needed money, I did the project in 3 days. Sent it. It was like, send me your account number. I'm about to enter the boardroom now for the meeting to present what has been done. I was like, because I had already mapped my head that if this money comes in, I have someone who's going to lend me. But guess what? They sent me ×4 of what I charged.
So how much did you charge?
Initially, I charged 50K for that because I needed. That was 2017/18.
Okay, so they paid you 200,000 there.
Yeah, and that sorted. In fact, I had I think like 40 or 50K extra.
After paying your tuition?
Yeah, doing everything.
Don't try that.
Don't try that at all, please.
What's the wildest thing a client had ever said to you?
I can still remember, like it's still ringing in my head. And that wildest thing was what actually drives me into the core of what I am today. 2015, I can remember, yeah. The lady reached out to me. She wanted to design a business card. I designed it. It was so beautiful in my heart, like so beautiful. I've finished work, but she said something. She said, "This is just trash."
I don't know why you like that word, trash.
Yeah, this is just trash. And I was like, trash? Okay. Can you give me some more time? So I locked myself in. Like for 1 week, I started combing the internet, learning new things, right? There's some criticism that comes really harsh, like it will be like a bang on you, but then it's something that you need at a particular time. There are some that will just come and you're like, but there are some that really hit you really hard. Exactly. So I reworked on it and I sent it, and guess what? She said, I guess that harsh word was what you needed. That's what she said. Yeah, that's what I needed at that time. I just needed that shift, and it happened. Now imagine I was really angry and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this project anymore. I'm very sure I will have been at that same level. And that is why I always smile when some people are vexed, when they have honest opinion about what they have designed. And they'll be like, this is not right. And they'll be like, oh, I don't want to use their word. No, I don't want to.
Okay. Now you spoke about your regrets, about you not having regrets.
No, not at all.
So what are your biggest joys?
The biggest joy and flex that I have is me having an idea, conceiving an idea, still being the one executing it. That means I conceived an idea and I'm the one thinking, strategizing around the idea. It gives me the full capacity to do it my way, send it out for feedback, and still be the one on all the product I'm designing, like my startup, right? I'm the lead designer. I design myself. I don't give it to anyone because the vision is mine. I'm the only one who can translate it, at least for a start. So that's one of my biggest joy. Many people don't know, they don't have that feeling. There are so many clients who have ideas, but they have not met the right person to help them translate it from idea into something working. So imagine having that embodiment. And one of the biggest joy I have is the people around me. They are very supportive.
Your wife, your mother.
Let me say this. There are so many parents, and I don't know if any parent is going to be watching this. If your kid or your child is telling you, this is what I want to do, please support them. I would say that my parents are the best in the world. Why? When I finished school, they sat me down. What are you going to do? I told them, I'm not doing any other thing except from design. And I could remember the look on my dad's face when I got my first gig. He was confused. Like, this really pays? Like, this man knows. No, not even that one, actually.
Did you tell them?
I didn't actually. So I could remember the look on his face that this guy actually wants to do this. Let's support him. And they never doubted this journey. They never forced me that this is what you must be. And thank God for who I am today.
So what would then I believe then when the client said your work is trash.
Yeah.
Maybe then you were upcoming.
Yeah, I was still starting out actually.
So what would be your first reaction if a client tells you now that you are big and your work is trash?
Well,
would you hold your neck?
No, I won't actually. You see, I've dealt with a whole lot of people in this industry, especially. And I have seen people who are at their great, the way they give you the feedback makes you want to keep working on the project. And I've met people whose feedback really downplays your intelligence, right? But this is what I usually do. It may be painful, but as a creative, I've learned to have the shock absorber, to absorb, not to react. I don't react. I've worked on a project and the person said, this is trash, I don't want this, I don't want. What I do most of the time is, okay, can we have another call? Probably when you are calm, so we can talk this through, so I can listen to you from the lens of, your calm side. I know you're angry right now, but let me just try and listen to you. And be like, okay, let's have a call in the next 1 hour. So the very first question I ask is that, can you explain now to me, like I am a 5 years old, what you want? Still, it's not something, some people will be like, oh, you're wasting my time. And I will tell you the reason why I need you to explain to me like a 5 years old. Because I had worked on this project, but it's not meeting the requirements, but explain to me the more. That is how I gather feedback. You must be able to communicate beyond the heat of the moment. And someone told me after the project, right? He said, Nelson, I'm sorry the way I spoke to you the other time. I was like, oh, I didn't even take it to heart actually. Well, he said that one call actually made us realign together. Now imagine I'd be like, oh, you can't downplay my skill like that. There are some. Let me come out clean, like even more transparent. There are some people that, after I've tried my best to
talk things out,
they still will know how to settle it.
How you set? Tell us here. How you set? Tell us here.
It depends on who you're working with. I've worked with someone who's in the UK, right? Sometimes I usually run away from those people. Right? UK
people have been.
Yeah, I usually run away from them, especially then. I have a good history with someone. In fact, the person, when he came to Nigeria, he bought me stuffs. Yeah, he bought me stuffs, right? You see, how do I explain this?
UK people are nicer. US people are nicer.
Yeah, they're kind of nicer. It's not, I will not generalize it because of the
90%.
Yeah, I will not generalize it, right? But you see, she reached out to me and the feedback was really harsh. I was pained because I had to go out of my way to get it done. Like, I do not like excuses, right? Oh, my internet is bad. Oh, I do not have power to. I do not like that, right? And I went out of my way. I did the job, and she came up with what I did was she hadn't even paid me, right? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this work anymore. Yeah. In fact, later she was like, oh, she's sorry the way she spoke to me. I didn't respond to the message. And I'll tell you the reason. You see, when God saves you from problem, you need to run as fast as you can. Sometimes it's not about the money to me. It's about the experience I have with the people I'm working with. Nobody that I've worked with, even down to those people who treated me badly, has never recorded me raising my voice at them.
You're a gentleman.
I'm not really a gentleman though. I'm not really a gentleman, but I'm principled, right? If I say I'm not doing this anymore, I'm not doing it. Nobody can.
So what if now, just like the conversation we had like a few minutes ago, what if the person comes back and say, you know what, I'm paying you $10K to do this?
It should be on my term.
But you still do it, Abby.
Yeah, it should be on my term.
So now it's the money that...
No. Not, see, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it depends on who you are working with, like I said. Okay, for you coming back to your senses to come talk to me, right? It depends on what you have done to me that will even make me come back. Like I told you, the other man who wanted me to work on his fintech project, and the way he spoke, it was like, oh, I can get someone who can do it cheaper. And I love that. I love that phrase. I can get someone. Go ahead. Go to someone who can do it cheaper. Stop disturbing a Lamborghini where you can get a Toyota. Go to someone who can do it cheaper. I've worked with someone, particular agency, right? And when I was about leaving, I said, I'm leaving with immediate effect. It was a contract job like that. And it was like, oh, it's not as if what you are doing, what you are doing, AI can do it, and not like that. I was not like, I've worked with so many people, and I can tell you when you are in danger, right? When you are leaving a place and they are telling you what you are doing, AI can do it. Go ahead. Just go ahead. And they are still not using AI to do the job at the end of the day.
They have to employ another person.
Yeah, but I left for good. Not on the note of grievances, right? I always love to leave places peacefully. I don't burn bridges. Because I know we're still going to meet.
So have you met with that person?
We still meet.
They still do work for them?
No, not work.
But you guys are still on good terms?
Yeah, on good terms. I still message them sometimes. I just want to check up on you. How are you doing?
You're a gentleman.
You're
a gentleman.
Well, those who know me to the core knows I'm not a gentleman.
So what's that thing you did that? Oh, I think you've done a lot of things that made you realize that you're not a gentleman.
Oh,
One
okay.
rascality.
Oh, I would just say.
You have been gentle all three.
Oh, okay. I remember one. Actually, I worked on a project and the man was playing fun. You know what? I was like, I kicked everybody out of the Figma file.
Dangerous move.
I kicked everyone out of the Figma file, and it was when I kicked everyone out of the Figma file. That was when I like, oh, okay, now let's discuss. I'm not that kind of person but if you bring it in such a way that I'll find, I have beautiful ways of calling people stupid. Yeah. I have beautiful way of doing that. You might not really feel the impact, but you need the retrospect in you as a person at what I have done. It's really bad for this guy to have done this, right? You just need to, especially when you're working with Nigerians. I have had my fair share of great Nigerians. I would say generally Nigerians are good people, right? But we cannot have a whole lot of them being good, right? There are some people that want to take advantage of you. That is what I do not like. I will fight back, and I will really fight hard.
Can you fight?
No, I will fight back. Not physically, right? I have a soft way of doing my thing, right? At the end of the day, you come back to my terms. And I kicked everybody out of the Figma file. Except I'm working in an organization. That is when I allow them to host me on their Figma file. It is mine. I'm the one working on this, right? I'll use my Figma file. Especially when you have not paid me my money completely. I have a way, I won't say it openly. I have a way of doing it.
Say it now so you can learn.
Okay, let me give you a simple way. I worked on a project sometimes, and they only paid me upfront, like not full upfront. But they were pressing me that add us to the Figma. I was like, okay, this pressure is too much, right? So what I do is, on my own main Figma file, that's where the project is. On theirs, I converted the Figma file in PNG, every frame. So you're only seeing PNG. If you want to go and give someone else to work on it, you have to pay the person.
You're not gentle anymore. You're not a gentleman.
Yeah, that's why I told you I'm not a gentleman.
Okay, so you spoke about the fintech job.
Yeah.
Did you later do the job?
I didn't. In fact, they wanted me to come back on the job. No, I'm not.
So if you had done the job, how much would you have charged? Like, tell us the exact amount.
I don't like playing
Tell
around
us.
figures.
Tell us.
I will give you an average,
Okay.
right? If I'm supposed to work on the job, right? Basically the design, right? I will have charged around 5 to 6
million.
$6K. But I will have charged around that, right? But the signal is not good for me, right? It's not good, especially you are dealing with a high competition, right? A high competition, right? And you are trying to cut corners, right? And I won't do that. And you are not even having the research. You don't have the data to work with. Before you can say you want to do things, you need to have your market survey, right? This is actually how we want to be different from these guys. But most Nigerian startups don't do this. This is our idea, just designed for us. Sometimes they do not have BRD. I mean, business requirement document or product requirement document. They do not have it. Some don't even conduct any survey. They just want it done. So what data am I going to use? Or how am I going to work with? That means you want me to copy
what someone else has done.
I was just like, you know what? I'm not. And at the end of the day, I would still let me talk about this. Whether you are a creative, the creative industry encompasses designers, developers, and all like that. Whoever you are, just be a good person. Stay loyal. Now, I will tell you what happened aftermath of that event. What happened was, I brought a guy as a developer to work on the previous project. He was the one who went to meet the man and said he knows someone who can do it cheaper.
Betrayed you.
Yeah.
Betrayal as a good finance.
So at the end of the day, I later had a conversation with the man. I was like, oh, he has gotten someone else. In fact, he labeled me. He said when it was like, you are a Rolls Royce, and that's what he said. You are a Rolls Royce, and we do not have the money right now. And I'm happy he said so, right? Because at that point, I felt I'm really valuable, right? I'm really valuable, and you need to treat me as such. You need to really treat me as such. So I don't play with my values. I don't play with my the way I want people to see me. I'm not a people pleaser, actually. So I have principles. I'm not a gentleman. I'm only a gentleman to my wife.
Pressure.
Yeah, that's your state.
Forgotten my next question.
Just take your time.
Me.
Take your time.
So, what's your process like when you get brief?
Okay.
When you talk money, what's it like for you? What's the next thing?
In fact, money is not even the first. I talk money last. And there's a way. There are some people, especially when you're dealing with high-profile clients, money is not the problem to them, right?
Yeah.
The problem they want to solve is the main thing. So what I do is I take them through the discovery onboarding. What's the problem? Who are your audience? What success looks like to you? It is my own way of gathering information from them so that I know what to go back to my drawing board to work on.
Does that affect the pay?
No, sometimes it doesn't.
But other times it does.
It does. It depends, right? It depends. Recently, I wanted to be charging for my consultation. I don't charge before, right? But now I want to be charging for consultation.
How much that will know? So that will know before we come and meet you.
I've not even decided.
Okay, so you have not started implementing your...
No, I've not started. Right?
Okay.
I've not started. So I take them through the discovery call just to make sure I understand the problem they want to solve better. So once I have the full understanding, I know the scale at which I want to work with, and that's when the money talks comes in.
No, let's talk money.
Okay.
So
Do you want to give me money?
No, maybe you give me. You are the Rolls Royce. So you don't charge in naira anymore.
Well, I do. I do charge in naira. It depends on.
I don't think you talk in thousands.
It depends on the magnitude of your project, actually.
So what's like the least naira?
I would say, starting from, I would manage one.
I mean, you're a Rolls Royce. You're a Rolls Royce. The man was right.
I will manage one upward.
Say it's one what? 1,000, 1 million,
Yeah,
1 billion.
They can interpret it as 1K, whatever way.
You meant 1 million.
Yeah, I will start with that, actually.
So what amount do you think you get paid today for you to lead design?
I don't think I'm leaving design. I'm not even thinking around. The only thing I can do is, okay, I can probably switch later in the future into direction, right? But if it has to do with my own startup, I'm still going to be in that production process.
So what do you mean by direction?
Direction, like managing other people. Generally, yes. I love design. It's what I do every day, and I don't think I'm getting tired anytime soon.
So design has not just design, career path changes with age, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a point you get to, let's say you get to 60 or 55, and you can no longer.
At that point, I would be more of a founder.
You just be behind, eating the
money. That's why I always love the leadership part of design, right? I can always give my input. Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it that way? I think if you do it this way, it will be more appealing, right? That would be more of direction, right? But living completely, and
you don't.
I don't think so.
So, what's the biggest amount you've gotten that made you say, you know what, this design with that year? I know it's going to be in dollars, but yeah.
Yeah, it is in dollars, but I'll just give you an average. I don't want to. I don't want to throw numbers around. Now, I'll tell you the reason.
Why?
And the reason why I don't want to throw numbers around is there are people who are more inclined to numbers than execution, right? Once they hear that number, they are not even up to that standard. They want to charge that number, and it will put them in problem.
But do you know that the numbers will also be like a source of encouragement and inspiration to people that actually want to put in the work?
Yes, it will be an encouragement. Okay, I'll give you an average.
That average is the problem.
I'll give you a range, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ranges from 5 to 6K.
The one you received, the biggest paycheck.
Around that, something like that.
Tell us. We are safe.
Around that.
Around
actually.
5K.
Yeah, 5 to 6. Yeah, around that.
Okay, you said 5 to 6 dollars. That's the dollars.
Yeah, 6K. Yes.
That's the dollars.
In USD, everybody knows now.
You said 5K. I don't think it's 5,000 naira. Like me, I thought it was 5K.
Oh.
So have you ever earned in other currencies aside dollars?
Yeah, I earned in stablecoin.
What is that? Stablecoin.
USDT, yeah, USDC for clients who are not paying through the traditional means. Yeah.
So, compared to paying through traditional means, do you think there's any difference? Do you think that's higher, or do you just think that's the same?
Converting it, you see, I'll just say it's quite the same. Money is money now.
Rolls Royce, Mr. Rolls Royce.
Money is money now. Yeah, it's quite the same. There's not really disparity around that.
Money money is money.
Yeah.
So if you get your first $10K, or have you gotten? Okay, no, you said 5 to 6.
Yeah,
So,
around 5 to 6 years.
he said 5 to 6K, not say around 5 to 6K. So if you get $10K now, what would be the first thing you would do?
First thing I would do, if I get,
You will close down Lekki.
I'm not closing that anywhere. See, I always love to live within my means. Nobody might even know anything.
You are confusing us. Are you a gentleman?
No, you would not. You definitely.
So we will not see signs.
You will not see the signs.
Oh, if I was the one.
You will not see the signs, and I'm not the. That's my personality, right? I love the private life, right? You won't see any sign. I'm just a normal guy.
So your wife agree? Does your wife agree?
Yeah.
So that means that she's also a private person.
Yeah, we love privacy. It's only what I want people to know. That's what I put out there.
If it was Vicky baby.
It is what I want people to know. That's what I put out there, actually. And if I have that kind of money right now, I'll put it in my startup. That's my second baby.
So are you still making money from your startup?
Not really. We are still very much at the MVP stage, right? And MVP is a stage where you have to convince people that you are actually doing the right thing, right? It doesn't have to be big numbers of money, right? I mean amount of money, but it is a stage at which you convince people wants to invest in your project, in your startup, that we are actually doing the right thing. Yeah.
So what's the name of your startup again? You said Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy. Yes.
Why Ivy?
Yeah, Ivy. I would say, let me say it in a very simple way. The values are around bees, like honey, bees and honey, right?
Mm-hmm.
They build in colony. Bees they are not isolated, right? They are always together as a community. Yeah, that's why.
Okay. So what are your social media handles? You said you are not really a social media person, but you...
Yeah, I have social media handles. I only put what I want people to see.
You can tell us the social media handle.
Yeah, you can just search Nelson Munjola Lua. Nelson Munjola.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've come to the end of Mr. Rose Royce Nelson episode of
I'm very sure the NGD people will start calling me that name.
But that's a cool name. Lamborghini Rose Royce,
Well, it's just a way to place a value on myself. I'll wear the name with pride.
Mr. Rose Royce Nelson. So do you have any last thing to say?
Well, I would love to say this, and what I would love to say is that wherever you are, wherever level you are at, be it the beginner level or you are at the apex level, always aim for excellence. And that is what would take you around the world, right? Aim for excellence. I'm a kind of person that if it is perfect, it must be perfect. I'm a perfectionist, right? I'm a perfectionist.
That's like the Rolls Royce.
I'm a perfectionist. It has to be perfect. So if it's going to be what I'm going to put out there, it has to be excellent. Be it client works or my personal works. So chase excellence, be consistent about it, and have a kind of picture of what people want to know you for. When they hear your name, what comes to their mind? Is it someone who has scammed a client before, or someone who has actually done something great and has imprinted their name, their integrity in the heart of so many people?
Period.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
I'm happy to be here.
Bye.
Bye.